Jim Cosgrove with Zero Hedge. Former Congressman Matt Gaetz threw out an interesting idea suggesting if you were to broker a deal where nuclear inspectors go into both Israel and Iran, that you could win a Nobel Peace Prize, and they might even rename it the Trump Peace Prize. Did you hear those? What do you think of that?
Well, they should give me the Nobel Prize for Rwanda, and if you look the Congo, or you could say Serbia, Kosovo, you could say a lot of them. You could say, I mean, the big one is India and Pakistan. I should have gotten it 4 or 5 times. I should get it for the I would think the Abraham Accords would be a good one, too.
Well,
they won't give me a Nobel Peace Prize because they only give it to liberals.
Would you support Iran?
Poor guy. Poor Trump. I feel so bad for Trump. Poor tough buddy Trump. Can you imagine? They won't give him a Nobel Prize because they only give it to liberals. Poor guy. I feel so sorry for you. Hello, guys. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. So that's Donald Trump once again expressing his desire to get a Nobel Peace Prize. And I'm like, why? Why? What have you done? What have you done to make you worthy of a Nobel Peace Prize? What have you done to deserve a Nobel Peace Prize? Because contrary to what you might believe, contrary to what you might think, you're gonna have to actually do something. This is not one of those situations where where your daddy's money just buys it for you, or Elon Musk money and whatever else he did with Starlink just give you the prize. This situation, you're gonna have to work for it. Okay, so he can beg, he can complain, he can moan and groan all he wants. It is never going to happen. Trump is never going to get a Nobel Peace Prize, and for very good and for very valid reasons too. Like, Trump is one of the worst human rights violators as far as world leaders go. He has no respect for anything, and yet this man has the audacity to be asking for a Nobel Peace Prize. Is it for your outstanding human rights and peace violation? Trump's policies have continued, not just policies, even his statements have continued to undermine peace and human rights. Okay, take for example what he and Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu are planning to do to forcibly expel over 2 million Palestinians from Gaza, and his vision to replace Israeli occupation with an American one. Remember, Trump Gaza #1.
Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new life. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1.
Yeah, that's the person that wanted Nobel Peace Prize. Or is it his sterling, sparkly criminal records? In the history of America, Trump is the first U.S. president to take office as a convicted felon. And obviously, to anybody with common sense, this raises serious questions about his respect for the law and for international norms. Okay, let's not even talk about his record of abuses of power. These are all things that disqualifies him morally and legally from receiving a peace prize. Yeah, because of his poor moral actions and his legal actions. Like, he's the first U.S. president to have taken office as a convicted felon. The only reason why Trump is not in prison is because he's in the White House. And that was why he doubled down on everything that he needed to do to motivate the MAGA crowd to come out and vote for him. Because he knew that if he did not get the votes, he was going to prison. Yeah. So giving Trump's criminal conviction as a sexual deviant, yeah, what's he gonna do? Because past Nobel Prize winners have been recognized for efforts like ending sexual violence in war, nuclear disarmament, supporting democracy, combating climate change, and ending apartheid. Obviously, Trump's record contrasts sharply with those values. He has boasted about inappropriate behavior, inappropriate touching, even saying that he touches women. And when you are rich, they let you do it. He has also dismantled nuclear treaties. He has supported authoritarian leaders. He denies climate change. And he has enacted divisive and racist policies. And this is the person that thinks he's deserving of a Nobel Peace Prize. Or maybe he should get a Nobel Peace Prize for his approach to conflict like the Russian-Ukraine war. Or maybe for proposing that Russia is allowed to keep and control Crimea. Oh, wait. Maybe he should get Peace Prize for negotiating peace on terms that favors aggressors. Yeah, that would definitely do it. Let's be clear here, okay? Trump's handling of conflict grossly undermines lasting peace, and he emboldens aggressors rather than resolve conflict. Let's call a spade a spade. Trump's so-called diplomacy will not achieve lasting peace, especially given ongoing conflict and his apparent prioritization of transactional deals over genuine conflict resolution. The guy is a clown. His record on peace, human rights, and international law, combined with his controversial policies and behavior, makes him an unsuitable candidate for the Nobel Peace Prize. So, like I said, Trump is never getting the Nobel Peace Prize. He can file that among the things that his white privilege couldn't get him. And the MAGA crowd can moan and groan and file it under the things that they can complain about. So yeah, that's never happening. It is so interesting how he even listed all of the names of the countries that he think he has resolved, okay, that make him deserving of a Nobel Peace Prize. It talked about the Rwanda and the Congo. It talked about Kosovo. It talked about India and Pakistan. Meanwhile, India and Pakistan are talking about how disrespectful and how offended they are that Trump is actually taking credit for resolving their conflict, when in reality, Trump had nothing to do with them resolving their conflict. But Trump wants to take credit for that because that's what he does. Other people do the work and he takes credit, and his white privilege lets him. It is so interesting how they said Matt Gaetz brought such an interesting idea. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? And they were even talking about renaming the Nobel Peace Prize to Trump's Peace Prize. And I'm like, at this point, Trump has to know that these people are mocking him. Because how can you not see this as a mockery? How can you not see this as a joke, as these people just massaging your ego? How can you not know that these people are just caressing and massaging your ego because they know that this is what you need to hear in order for you to do whatever it is that they want from you, because you're gullible, you're easily manipulated, you're weak. It's amazing. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this ridiculous nonsense about Trump getting the Nobel Peace Prize. In what world is Trump getting the Nobel Peace Prize? He hasn't done anything to deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. He hasn't done anything to deserve it. So, and so many factors, there's so many mitigating factors that will make sure that he doesn't get it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment, like and share. I will catch you later. Bye. Nobel Peace Prize, my ass. Nobel Peace Prize.